Hi, guys. It's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. We made it through the Friday. We're into Saturday. I have one tiny little clip for you and then all Fleischer today. I had some issues after work last night and then I fell asleep and then, sleep happens. Don't try to text me or call me because my car is broken down at my job and my phone is in it. So I don't have my phone with me. So, but there's Discord. There's always Discord. Anyway, we're going to New Jersey first to our judge. We love this judge. I don't know how to pronounce his name or I would. I think it's Nkaika. I think I don't remember. Yeah, I left my when I make a mistake, I get punished full value. I left my battery on. I mean, left my lights on when I went into work. So when I got out, my battery was dead. No big deal, right? Jump the car, easy. My son comes to jump the car. Our jumper cables are crappy, and you can't jump a car on crappy cables. You can't. But I try hard. I try so hard that my son's car overheated. That we were stuck there waiting for the temperature to cool down. And by that time, I had enough trying for my car that I just went home and I forgot my phone in my car, which is my alarm clocks. So when I got home, I started putting some clips on to get it together, and my eyes just went bloop. Now that's why we don't have that's why we have one clip for the stream today. But let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy the one clip. We always have Fleischer. We have lots of Fleischer. And I know a lot of you are missing Fleischer, and I guess that's the elephant in the room, so let's just get this over with. Fleischer's stream was taken down today by Judge Fleischer himself. It was his personal choice, to do this. So unless he personally chooses to put it back up, it's staying down. Um, and it's not all these theories that are running around. Don't listen to them. They're stupid. Just Judge Fleischer decided to pull his stream down for his own personal reasons. And it's not going back up again until he decides that he wants to. So it wasn't this person or that person or people reporting him, content creators reporting him, other channels trying to pull him down. No, that's not what happened. It didn't happen at all. So there's that. That's the best I can give you. There we go. Oh, geez, Kathy. That's not it.
Miss
That's it. Here we go. Oh, wait. No, it's NKAMA. Nakama? Is that right? Nakama? How would you pronounce that? There's Donald driving the whole way down to Texas. Whew. I'm waiting for someone to tell me how to pronounce that. Judge Nakama? I'm going with Nakama because no one else is arguing with me. If I was wrong, text would be flying right away.
Give me 1 second, please.
Seriously, why would you call someone on a phone? I'm not checking my voicemail. It's too many buttons. Text me. See how Rose is on Zoom? Covering her mouth because it's a secret. She knows how to work a Zoom call. Why can't other people do this?
What's your name, sir? Frankie Massenberg. The matter of state of New Jersey versus Frankie Massenberg. And your address? What's your address? Did you say Avenue? Yeah. Yes. In what city? No. Zip code? 07104. Is there an apartment number? 6. Madam Prosecutor, is this also a level 3 plus?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because I see the final verdict. I don't see it. I know we spoke about it. We spoke. Do we have the home?
That's why I was so excited when she brought her head up. Was it yesterday or the day before? Because this is how Anne works. Her head is down the whole time. She doesn't look up at anybody.
Detention form for number 15?
Your Honor, Monica Bowman Pretrial Services. Yes, we do, but since we had that mishap with the other one, I just want to make sure of something really quick.
Miss,
I have it.
You have it,
I
Your Honor?
have it.
Okay, very.
Yes. Was it verified, Ms. Sorrell?
Your Honor, the address 229 Mount is a rooming house, and I've not received a call back from the rooming house to verify Mr. Massenberg is a resident at the rooming house. However, Mr. Massenberg reports that he has been at the rooming house for some 4 to 5 months.
All right. So, Mr. That's one issue.
That was his attorney.
The other issue is, I don't believe, and Madam Prosecutor, you should take note of this. I do not believe that a rooming house is an appropriate location for home detention, just like a shelter is not, and the hotel is not. Home detention is a detention where that defendant should be in an environment that is controlled by a tenant or a homeowner and where defendant can be reached directly to see if they are there. In a place like a rooming house, is a place that people are controlled generally. There is no one-on-one interaction with the homeowner. So defendant might be the person renting the rooming house, but somebody else somebody else controls his activities. If it were to be an apartment where he is on the lease, yes, he could go back to his apartment on home detention. But in a rooming house, my inclination is to deny that address as an appropriate address for purposes of home detention. So I need either an address that is appropriate or the state to review it and let me know what
Rude.
what their next
What did Anne
state
just say to me?
to
Look,
review it
look what Anne is about to say to me.
and let me know what
Anne, I didn't know you had it in you, sister. It was kind of rude
the,
trying to work here. New
what their
Jersey's up.
next course of action would be.
Your Honor, Ann Sorrell, the defense is requesting that the prosecutors consider changing their recommendation of home detention to a level 3.
I mean, you can have that conversation with the prosecutors, but I think you should have done it before court.
Yes, Your Honor.
Madam Prosecutor,
Your Honor, at this time, the state is not reconsidering. I would need to confirm with my office before I can make that decision.
so Mr. Massenberg, I can't address your case today because the state is recommending that you be released on home detention. You cannot be released unless I have verification of the address. But I even have an additional issue that I don't believe that a rooming house is an appropriate location for home detention. Yes.
Sir, I don't understand this address since I came home. This charge, it ain't even.
Mr. Massenberg, please don't discuss the nature of the,
Oh, yeah, I was saying, but the address is an official address. I'm not gonna lie about the address on a charge like this. It's a 4th-degree charge. Why would I lie about that?
Mr. Massenberg, we understand. This is Ann Sorrell, the attorney assigned to represent you for today's hearing. We are going to be in this discussion with the assistant prosecutor to see if they will alter their recommendation of home detention. We'll see. Okay?
All right. All right.
Gonna be
Mr. Massenberg. All right, Ms. Sorrell, thank you. Mr. Massenberg,
Judge had
I need
enough.
to step out of the booth. This is a court process. There is a way the court works. Your feelings about 4th degree and all the comments you're making are all irrelevant. Your lawyers will speak for you when the time comes. But now we are talking about conditions of release, and the information you gave is not appropriate
The way he says your feelings are irrelevant makes me want to date this guy so bad.
for a level 3+ at this time. It has not been verified. Verification doesn't mean that you're lying. Verification is a technical term, a term of art under the criminal justice reform. When reviewing home detention recommendations, the AOC Directive 19-23 requires that those addresses be verified. You are not the only one that it has been done on their case. It is done for every case as required. So please step out of the booth. I don't have sufficient information to deal with this case. I will recall it for tomorrow, October 11th, 2024.
I can just imagine getting into an argument with him at home. Step out of the kitchen and do not have enough information to deal with this right now. Okay, that was it. Now we're going to Judge Fleischer. For the rest of the docket, for the rest of my docket, it's going to be Judge Fleischer. Friday Fleischer.
It's been a while.
How's everything?
I missed the very beginning of the docket and I started here.
Carlos Pina.
Hey, Monica.
He was sent to Peru. He's in immigration detention. He had a nice hold. He was given a personal bond, and you know what happens when they are given personal bonds. So
You know if he's gonna bond out?
I believe so, yes. I'm working with this immigration attorney, and she's gonna be asking for a bond there. I believe he's gonna get a bond.
I won't revoke it then.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's exactly what I was gonna ask the court.
30 days.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect, sir.
Just keep us in the loop of what happens. and-
Absolutely.
and-
If he funds out,
I had to send everybody his fit. I had to send everybody his outfit quick. That's why you see this stuff going on.
before those 30 days, I'll let the court know. And if you want us to come before the 30 days, we will be
No.
more than happy.
And if he gets out, he's got.
We're coming here.
So-
Perfect,
And then we'll give you more time.
perfect. Okay,
So, and then we'll just roll it every 30 days until,
okay, perfect. Sounds good to me,
Okay,
Your Honor.
all
May I
right.
get excused?
yes, ma'am.
May I just tell you something else? Do you remember my daughter, the one that I introduced to you that was in law school? She just passed the bar.
She does work with you.
And, she doesn't know yet. She doesn't know yet. I think she wants to be a VA.
Have her?
Yes.
Wait a second. We need to do probable cause first.
Yes, Judge.
We haven't done it.
No.
I
That's
mean, maybe
fine.
there's not even probable cause to go forward. Okay, please.
Officers observed the defendant's vehicle parked without hazard lights in a moving lane of traffic on Katy Freeway in Harris County, Texas. They initiated a traffic stop. Officer
It has nothing to do with him. I don't know how he feels one way or another. It's not his.
observed a strong odor of alcoholic beverage and glassy eyes from the defendant, who was not comprehending the officer's questions. Officer moved to a nearby gas station and conducted SFSTs. The defendant admitted to drinking 12 Modelo's before operating his vehicle. 6 out of 6 HGN, 5 out of 8 walk and turn, and 3 out of 4 one-leg stand. DICs were read and breath was consented to. The breath results were 0.154 and 0.138.
You said he was just on the side of the road? Is that what he?
He was parked without hazard lights in a moving lane of traffic.
Got it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to find probable cause and then we'll set you off 30 days. Okay? Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good day. Thank you. Have a nice weekend.
Tell your daughter good luck.
Thank you.
Page 5.
Hi,
Crawford.
Anley Crawford.
It's
Good
Crawford.
morning. How are you?
And
Kelly was talking about a different channel. Someone has a channel up, Judge Fleischer TV or something like that. So, but that's not Judge Fleischer. I mean, they show Judge Fleischer, but it's not his channel.
you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
Initiated a traffic stop on the defendant's vehicle when they observed her driving 51 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone in Harris County, Texas. Upon contact, officers observed a strong odor of alcoholic beverage and the defendant admitted to drinking earlier but would not specify an amount. Officers also observed glassy eyes and slurred speech. SFSTs were conducted. And 3 out of 4 one-leg stand. DICs were read, but breath was refused. A search warrant was signed and executed.
Prior DWIs?
No, Judge, no prior criminal history, and she has an eligible license.
Mr. Crawford, I'm going to find that there's cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using any kind of alcohol or drugs, I will put you in jail. No more PR bonds. You understand?
Yes,
How old are you, ma'am?
28. I'm a certified surgical technician.
How much money do you make a month?
I don't know. 70 to 80, something, 90. 1,000.
We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. If you like your license, you need to hire a lawyer quick. There's a lot of consequences, so don't sit there and wait a month or two to get a lawyer because it can really hurt you.
So he brought in new candy today, and I know Melissa specifically asked him for Lifesaver gummies, but I couldn't see when he was fiddling around with the candy there if he brought in her Lifesaver gummies.
We're going to reset your case. Well, first I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, you'll get with the pre-trial for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go. Okay?
That's the question. So hire a lawyer and then go to trial. So
No. Well, I can't give you legal advice, so I can't tell you, but the only thing I can say is that you need a lawyer.
We can give you legal advice right here, girl. Just pull us up on your phone and get into our chat.
This can impact it can impact you in so many ways. It can impact your job. It can impact your driver's license. It can impact future employment. So if you're licensed by the state, it could impact that kind of licensing. So you really need a lawyer to help you out through this. They can give you legal advice on how to go forward, and there's a gajillion and one lawyers out there. So don't just take the first one and run, interview a lot of them. Most lawyers will put you on a payment plan if you ask that for a couple $100 a month, they'll represent you. And then you just go through the process. So, but do your diligence, call 10, 15 to find the right one for you. Okay? Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, on page 15, Pulaski, can we amend his conditions to get him tested today? He's on Monday, Thursday
Yeah.
tester?
Yeah. Okay. Hi, Don.
That's what I was asking about. Judge.
Okay, yeah.
Mr. Kozlowski came
Got
in having trouble getting tested.
Good.
All right,
Okay.
Judge, page 7. Top of page 7.
Dorfler, come on up.
How's that spelled?
DOER.
So Judge Fleischer is off on Monday, I think, for Indigenous People Day. So next week, live streams are going to be iffy at best. Monday, trying to remember my own schedule. Yeah, Monday morning, 4:30, I will be streaming. I don't know what I'm going to show, but Judge Fleischer doesn't work on Monday. Oh, no, I'll have plenty. Tuesday, no stream because I'm going to be in Harris County, which doesn't live stream anymore, but that's okay. I'll get it. I'll get it for you. I do plan on streaming Wednesday morning. The plane comes in. I have enough time, I think, to barely get it done. So I should be okay Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, and then we should be back to normal. If the only thing that's iffy is that Wednesday morning stream. It might not happen. If I'm exhausted, it might not happen. But I can't imagine that I'll be too exhausted from a plane ride when I work doubles all the time. Oh, this plane ride was really hard. It was like 4 hours. Can't stream. There's no there's no way I can't stream, guys. I've been sitting on a plane and I'm sitting in a car, which I know wears you out. Sitting in a car for that whole time wears you out. I know this, but I think I'll be able to handle it. I can't. Stephen would kill me. He
Are
would
you
tase
father?
me.
You dad? Come on up. Take your time. No.
I mean, I'm gonna record like this, like normal, like day one. Remember, we had Judge Fleischer when there was no YouTube Judge Fleischer. We had him. This channel. So we're fine. Nothing has changed on our channel. So you're gonna see me right there. That's where you're gonna see me. On Wednesday morning from Tuesday.
No rush. Kaylee Dorfler. Ms. Dorfler, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am. Okay.
Defendant was a Subway employee.
If only I
Witness
had
came
one.
in to order a sandwich. The complaining witness believed that
Well, hold on. She is a Subway employee.
Yes, Judge.
Got it.
Subway.
The CW believed that the defendant was being rude and told defendant that the lettuce on her sandwich didn't look fresh. The complaining witness then began recording and the defendant told her to stop. The defendant took off her gloves and threw them at the CW. Defendant also threw the sandwich at the complaining witness. The defendant then came around the counter and hit CW on her upper arm, causing pain. The CW of the defendant has no prior criminal history.
Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Are you still employed?
If he locks her up, I'm going to jail on Tuesday because I want to meet her. I'm gonna meet her in the back.
At this? No? Okay. I'm going to order you not to go back to this Subway and not to have contact with the complaining witness. But as long as you can abide by these conditions, you'll be fine. Okay? How old are you, man?
19.
What are you doing now?
Just
Are you in high school or?
No, I graduated, sir.
Okay.
I was just looking for a new job now.
Any other plans for schooling or?
Schooling is a possible option, yes.
It's a really good idea. Schooling half, the more money you're gonna make in life. That's
Spoiled,
just how it goes.
entitled.
You know, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. That's why the more studying you have, your income exponentially goes that way.
I tried to use myself as an example, and I guess it just didn't take.
You know, and sometimes people take a while to grow into it, you know.
It's kind of weird being on this side, not that side.
I mean, you don't want to work at Subway forever, do you?
No, sir. It was just a temporary job. until
Oh,
I could find-
she's the worker. I thought she was a Karen messing with a Subway worker. That's why I got all upset. Oh, she's the worker. Okay. I understand. I get mad at customers all the time. She's right. She's right.
something a little bit better and everything. So
Back into school. That's the only way to do things right, the right way in life, because I'm telling you, it's, God, if you have a ton of knowledge, like you go to law school or anything like this, you can kill it in this world, really.
Her manager loves her. She got great customer service despite this incident. I mean, but he told me, you know, he's tired.
I don't want to talk about the actual incident, but you know, it just, we all have bad days. I get it, right? It's a fact of life, and you need a lawyer to represent you in this. Would you like?
Her father will get her one.
I was gonna offer her to appoint a lawyer if you'd like.
Yeah, we can go that way, if that's possible.
Sure, of course. All right, let me see if I have an application. I need you to fill out an application. What I'm gonna have you do is I'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you, I'm gonna take a seat in the jury box. Don't leave until we have you sign our bond conditions, because we're gonna have you sign conditions that you're not gonna go back to the Subway, no contact with the complaining witness, no weapons, and then I'll have you talk to the lawyer here momentarily, okay? All right, guys, please.
Emmanuel, come on up.
Can you file no contact, no weapons, and no going to that location? What page did you say?
Page 8.
Got it. Good morning, Mr. Manuel. Mr. Manuel, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Officers observed the defendant driving 90 miles per hour in a 60-mile-per-hour zone across Fred Hartman Bridge in Harris County, Texas. Officers also observed the defendant failing to maintain a single lane and strike the right curve of the street. They initiated a traffic stop. Upon contact, the officers observed the defendant had red bloodshot eyes and a very strong odor of alcoholic beverage. The defendant admitted to drinking at a party before driving. SFSTs were conducted, 6 out of 6 HGN, 6 out of 8 walk and turn, 2 out of 4 one-leg stand. DICs were
That sounds
read and
awesome.
The defendant consented to a blood draw. He has no prior criminal history and an eligible license, Judge.
Thanks. Mr. Manuel, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. You have valid liability insurance in your name.
Yes, sir.
Now is the condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using any kind of alcohol or illegal drugs, I'll put you in.
Do you guys want to hear something heartwarming about this docket right here? So lately there's been a quite upturn in the amount of people in the judge's chat. I mean, his channel is growing right now. Well, today the mods had off. We all had off together, and we accidentally stumbled into this live stream in a separate part, and the mods didn't have to work. There was no mods where we were. We went off. We had the best time. We had the best time relieving all of our mod frustrations today. And it was awesome. And I'm trying not to type any of the comments that we made during my stream, but it's hard because they were so good.
Gail, no more PR bots.
Yes, sir.
Understand?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. I'll have you go to Victoria Center reset. We'll get with pre-trial for your bond conditions, and then we'll see you soon. Please.
Page 9.
Double fisted. Double fisted today.
Gotta have some fun, you know?
And guys, what's up?
I've got a.
Happy Friday.
Coming on now.
Oh,
Page 9.
hey. Oh, Kennedy, that's right.
Yeah. We learned I was talking.
No,
about clerk that
Fozzie.
it was said as like a 2B, but
Hey, yo, I got it as a to
but
be.
it doesn't show up on the clerk's website at all, from a public perspective. So like the only reason we knew it existed is because we came in off docket the original case. And like, I still can't pull it up now unless I go through the
Is
portal.
that something that they normally can see? I don't think that you can
'Cause
normally
it's-
see two Bs.
Cause like felony 2Bs I can usually see. Misdemeanors, I guess we just don't get them too often where,
Really weird.
yeah.
I don't know. Can you see two Bs on the
No,
clerk's website?
no, you mean, I can't see 2Bs.
If I were to just like go look on the, anyone in the public, can they see the two Bs?
Nope, I
for
can't.
misdemeanors?
Yeah, it's so
I
it's
don't
like,
know.
I can't see any of the filings in the case or anything like that, which is just, I don't know. It's interesting.
Well, I'm glad that you find out.
Yeah.
I would have reached out to you regardless to let you know about the bond violation. So,
So I know with Mr. Kennedy today.
I
he said on
agree.
The assault case. there's obviously
Aviation.
This DPO that exists. I have spoken with the state. My intention, of course, is to ask that I am able to walk them through on the VPO. I know the state will read off their summary, of course, but summarization from our perspective is this case happened. We walked you through on Friday.
Did you make a short yet? Did you make a video yet? When's your next live? Why don't you do more videos? Are your shorts ready yet? Oh, I can't wait till you get a channel.
You said no contact.
did a
with the
walkthrough
client.
the first time, right?
Correct. That was on Friday. It had been out for like 2 months and we didn't know about it. With the whole 2B thing, I was able to see that one, but not this one, you know?
Thank you for your
So
service.
they've been separated for a while. They live at 2 different houses and have lived at 2 different houses. After this, his wife wanted to tow a car that was at his house, which is under both of their names. So she reached out to the constables. The constables drove over with her in order to try and get this done. The constable met Mr. Kennedy. He didn't want to speak to the police. Obviously, having a case going on, I get it. And so told them that they needed to leave. They checked back with her and they said, "Have you guys spoke?" And they're like, "Well, he called me the other day," which was Saturday, and the cop looked at the call log and that was it. 2B gets issued. To my knowledge, based off of what I've read on the.
Did we do no contact or did we do no threatening and harassing? I don't remember.
So Manny was here for that one. I want to say it was no contact.
It's no contact, Judge.
It was whenever I had initially spoken to him before he had come, I was under the impression it would be a MOA based off of kind of how we felt everything was going to go out. But I think it went to a full contact in court. But from
Because
what
I always ask, always what the complaining witness wants. And I always want to honor what their wishes are. So if they don't want to have contact, then I'm going to give them no contact.
Yeah, and we've certainly gotten conflicting messages from how we thought it would play, let's just say.
Looking from him?
No, from the complaining witness about her wanting to proceed.
So you've been in contact with her?
So when we made contact, we go like, nope, don't want anything to do with it. Then we came into court and it was.
Just telling them something different.
Right. So when the officer looked at the call log, all I know is that he looked at a call log. And that's it. Doesn't necessarily mean that they looked at the number.
I remember reading something that he's in the middle of the street.
Yes, Judge. Yeah, an officer gets a report that he towed the complaining witness's vehicle. He goes to his address to search for the vehicle. He doesn't see the vehicle.
1 second. A vehicle gets towed from whose house?
The complaining witness was staying with her sister. She calls officers and says that he owns a tow truck business and thinks that he towed her car. So the officer goes to his house to see if the towed car is there. He drives past once. He's standing out in the yard. He drives back.
And we're talking about he's in his house now.
Yes, he's at his house. The officer drives past his house. He's in front of his own house in the yard. Officer comes back down the street and he's standing in the front of in the road and starts yelling at the officer.
And at least from our perspective, he owns a body shop, not a trailer company. And the officer had come down the street and had said, oh, Mr. Kennedy, and he came out to the street set. And that's when essentially there was yelling.
So the only
Hey, that's
reason for
awesome and
PC is
scary,
the
but
alleged
awesome.
phone log.
Yes, Judge.
How do you know he did it?
The complaining witness showed the officer the call log, which showed.
Correct, but it's a call log, right? Did she actually speak to him? Did she say she spoke to him? How do we know it wasn't his brother that made the phone call?
And also to add to that, Your Honor, I can always change my wife's phone number to say Domino's
Right,
Pizza.
there's so many phones that can spoof, there's so many vindictive people in this world. It's unreal. So, if you.
Shout out to the
if he tells the officer,
vindictives.
yeah, he called me, I spoke to him, and it was in violation of the no contact order, then yeah, there's probable cause, but
I may or may not be one of these vindictive people because I never thought about that. I never thought about as a revenge, like buying a whole tow truck company and just start towing people's cars. Oh yeah, you're gonna make me mad? Find your car now.
if we have just a phone call and we don't know, just a log and nothing else.
Allow me to read directly from the DIMS, Your Honor.
Sure, of course.
The complainant advised that the defendant had called her at approximately 1:30 hours to ask her to.
I'm gonna amend that. Me and Monica are gonna buy a tow truck company together. We have our lists. We're gonna do it for each other. That way we can't get caught.
Called the district attorney's office to drop the assault charges. He also called to tell her that he did not.
Okay,
do
that's
anything
what,
for her.
okay, now that's clicking in. So he calls her saying, hey, man, drop these charges.
Yes, Judge.
What was the date of that?
The date was.
Never mind,
Put all the
Connor. We're
conditions
not
on
gonna do
10-4.
that. That's
By the way.
illegal, Connor. We
I
would
don't see another date alleged
never really do
besides the
that.
October 5th date, Judge. So she,
Is this is the phone call with the log, right?
yes, Judge. And then she showed the officer the log as corroborating evidence.
See,
Your Honor, strictly if I have an individual who is certainly mad that she wants access to a vehicle so much that she's had a constable come out, I would put that past somebody who could change somebody's name in their phone to make it look like they called.
If we had just a phone call.
Connor, no, Winter Warrior, Winter Warrior 101 knows a lot of people on my list of cars to be towed. Yes, he does.
Log,
Right.
I was gonna find no PC.
Right.
But if she is saying in the sworn statement that he made a phone call to her the day after he had court, telling her to drop the charges, I mean, that's a violation. And remember, this is only probable cause. So by
Yes, Your
no
Honor.
means does it mean it's beyond a
It's a
reasonable doubt.
felony.
And I understand with that. And at least in the alternative, I'd ask that, a bond be set so that I can
Yeah.
have a
I'm
bondsman
gonna
come up
set him a
here.
bond, but I'm not giving him 2 walkthroughs. I gave him a free walkthrough once. The day after he allegedly makes a phone call trying to obstruct. No, I'm not, it's not gonna happen again. And I'm gonna tell you now, I'm putting conditions on this bond now. And I'm gonna tell you now, the Texas Constitution does not allow me but in extremely limited circumstances to have a hearing to hold someone at no bond. 0 bond. This is one of those occasions where I'm going to put conditions on your violation of protective order. You violate conditions, I can have a hearing to hold you at no.
Connor, can you type in family chat and say I don't have my phone, so don't text me? I forgot. My phone's a big dog. Just type in family chat that I don't have my phone. I'll get it tomorrow at 11.
Bond, and I will do it in a heartbeat to protect every person of this county. Do you understand, Mr. Kennedy? I don't care what your excuse is. I don't care.
That's
if Mother
awesome.
Teresa tells you to make a phone call. You violate conditions. We will have a very, very disturbing.
No, I want beer. Beer.
Now, I will not put an ankle monitor on at this point because all we have is a phone call, right? If we had something more overt, like he's going over there or doing something like that, then I would take further action like
And I can't lock my car because I don't have a key to unlock it.
ankle monitors, curfews and the like. I'm not going to do that at this point, Mr. Kennedy, but I'm going to tell you, any more issues, it's going to go really sideways real quick. Do you understand? Okay. Bond recommendation.
I believe that $10,000 surety bond, Your Honor, will be sufficient based off the fact that a single day after he received conditions to not contact the complaining witness in an assault family member case, he did so in an attempt to get her to drop charges and obstruct justice.
Your Honor, I believe that
Be
needs to be
safe.
the bail schedule for a second-degree felony. I would ask that bond be set at 1,000, given the nature that this is simply a phone call. Mr. Kennedy and I will, of course, be in very tight communication about him staying in line with his bond conditions. I will personally make sure that I check in with him weekly to make sure that he is not making contact. But I think setting an oppressive bond in an instance like this would be inappropriate, as he's still accused.
Split the puppy. I'd do it at 5.
Thank you, Judge.
But you got to understand, I am now also going to revoke your bond on the assault case, and I'm also going to make that 5,000 as well. So now both will be at 5,001. You now know what's expected of you. We don't mean business. I'm going to take you into custody now so that you know that we mean business. And the next time you do anything, we will have a hearing to hold you at no bond. Do you understand, Mr. Kennedy? So hopefully this is enough of a wake-up call for you to realize that we mean business. So do you mind filing conditions on the VPO so that way if he files,
Yes, Judge.
say no contact, no weapons, anything else?
No contact, no weapons. I believe the Moab, would you like them to mirror the Moab? So there's also the residency restriction. I know the complaining witness is currently staying with her sister.
Does she want the residency restriction?
I'll ask her before I put it on.
Ask. And if she does, then I will, because I'm going to do what she wants. But if she's okay with not, then
You get a sister's residence you'd be asking for.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, guys, so we're gonna take him in now. Well, I'm gonna set the bond now. So I'm sure you have a bonding company now.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll make it within the next 5 to 8 hours anyway, so it's not like he's gonna be there forever, but just please impress on him that next time it's, okay? So don't send him down to the police, please, guys. Guys, thanks.
May we otherwise be excused?
Oh, yeah, you know what?
So that lawyer said that he was going to check in with him once a week to make sure he's not contacting her. How? Are you just going to call him and say, first off, lawyers don't call you. You have to call them. And this guy's not going to call him. But let's just say this lawyer is going to reach out and call this guy. Hey, did you have any contact for this week? Oh, no, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, I'll see you next week.
I'm gonna do a new MOA on
Okay.
APO.
Okay.
CJ, I hope you're enjoying your day off from telling people to hit the like button. You worked hard yesterday.
So how can we have a violation of executive order? Wait, Sean, is it charged as a violation of the bond condition or is it violation of protective order? Protective order was an issue. I mean, I ordered a protective order, but I don't think that it was ever signed.
Yeah.
So did you see that?
The protective order hadn't been signed.
This was never signed,
He still violated his bond conditions on the 4th that were.
but it's charged as a violation of protective order, not as a
Yes,
bond.
coworker watch party.
I would check the statute, but that's.
I mean, you can certainly recharge it, right?
No,
But
don't hurt my Fozzie.
if it's charged as a VPO,
Right, I'm trying to check the charging instrument. The one I see, Judge, says that the defendant on or about October 5th did then and there unlawfully with knowledge of the setting of a condition of bond in a family violence case, namely a condition ordered by you, Judge. And it was alleged as the bond condition, violate said condition of bond by intentionally and knowingly communicating with a protected individual.
Like I see on the clerks, it says violate.
Yeah, the technical charge there, but in the actual information, it says it's correct as far as it's charged as a violation of a condition of bond, but I don't know why it's.
Yeah.
Judge, I would just like to say, I remember dockets in this case, and I remember you granting the MOA.
And it never got signed. It never got signed, but we did sign the actual bond condition. So
Okay.
I don't know if that's something maybe perhaps in a different NCIC.
Was the defendant admonished by you that?
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
And that you were going to sign a motion for order of protection?
yes, but it never got signed. So it's still, it just didn't get signed. I don't know, and I don't know how. But it didn't get signed. So
So I guess they'll look to see if it's the proper NCIC in the meantime. If that's the case, and if. they
since
still-
he's here, I would.
Was
hate
it
to
Nancy?
Redo everything.
What's the name
If
of
it is a
Negan's
matter of
bat?
changing
I'll Google it.
to a different one, I would not like it to be dismissed and refiled. I just
Right.
like to amend it,
And I'm,
because
and
that's
I'm,
the whole-
and I'm okay with that as well, so we don't have to duplicate everything all over again, right?
Right.
So give me a second, let me.
I'm looking
Lucille.
right now as well.
It's
we'll-
Lucille.
We'll get it done.
Okay.
Judge, page 20
Sure.
on KO.
Hi, Roy. What's up, man?
How you doing, Judge?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
What page you say?
My family thinks I'm crazy.
What'd you say? This time, he's got to sign them all. Are you Mr. Zachary Miles?
No, it's Moncayo, Judge.
Oh, Moncayo. Mr. Moncayo, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay.
On October 4th of 2024, officer observed the defendant's vehicle driving at 5400 block of Bissonnette Street in Harris County, Texas, without a front license plate. The defendant's vehicle also displayed expired registration of April 23rd. A traffic stop was conducted. Officer made contact with the defendant, who is the driver and sole occupant of the vehicle. Officer observed an odor of marijuana. The defendant stated he had a handgun in the glove box of the car. Officer secured the handgun with a loaded magazine. The defendant admitted to having a green leafy substance and handed the officer a small case from the passenger side door containing the substance. A probable cause search was conducted and the officers located an additional amount of substance in the center console. The substance is believed to be marijuana based on the officer's training and experience. It weighed 2.6 grams and 0.91 ounces. The defendant was ID'd with the state of birth.
Got it. Okay, Mr. Moncayo, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license? Do you have valid liability insurance?
Yes, sir.
As long as you have both, you can continue to drive. I'm not going to put any conditions on his bond. Just be careful. Don't pick up any new cases. All right? You've got a great lawyer. Listen to him. He'll take care of you. I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with. If they tell me they can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. So just be good. That's all we're asking, okay? All right, guys, we'll just give you a reset and take care.
All right.
All right,
Thank you, Judge.
thanks.
Thank you.
All right, Judge, next is page.
Justin,
Garcia.
Justin, do you have an arraignment?
Ah,
No, Your Honor, I don't. I have he had the open warrant from felony, and we were looking to get the bond reinstated. I can come back, Judge.
Is this on Thomas?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, give me a second. Let me get the arraignments.
Yes, Your Honor, I can wait. Thank you.
You can just hang out or come back, whatever you want.
Garcia,
Yes, sir, I'll wait.
page 9.
We're going backwards.
Judge, you leave her alone.
Jesse Garcia, Ms. Garcia, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent.
Me
Anything you
too,
say can
Kay.
and will be
Me
used
too.
against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
On October 6th of 2024, officers were dispatched to a disturbance. The complaining witness and the defendant, who were in a former dating relationship, had a verbal argument over the defendant cheating on the complaining witness. The complaining witness then walked into his room and the defendant followed him, slapping him with open palms on the back of his head, causing pain. The defendant stated he was going to destroy the residence and knocked over a TV, so the complaining witness wrapped his arms around the defendant. The defendant then grabbed a picture frame and swung it back at the complaining witness's head multiple times, causing pain. The officer observed the complaining witness to have his left eye bruised, swollen, and had blood vessels popped with marks on the top left corner of his forehead. There is no prior criminal history on the part of the defendant, Judge.
Oh, if he wants to have contact with her, or no?
But I can look.
Ms. Garcia, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case.
It looks like we haven't made contact yet, Judge, so I
Okay.
can't be sure on that.
Until I know, I'm going to order no contact with this person. You're not to have any contact with this person. You're not to be in possession of any weapons. A protective order was issued in this case. I suggest you get to know it because if you violate the protective order, the state can and will file additional charges against you. And those are about the worst misdemeanor charges you can pick up. What do you do? How old are you, ma'am?
28.
For a living?
I'm a Spanish interpreter.
Okay. And what kind of money do you make a month?
About 800-900 a month.
That's it?
Maybe I get,
Do you live with someone or,
well, I did live with my boyfriend.
okay, where are you gonna go now? Because you're not allowed to have any contact with this person.
I can go to my sister's house.
Yeah, you're not to have contact with this person. You're not supposed to go within 200 feet of 7 Boynton Drive. If you
Yes, sir.
violate this quarter state, they're gonna file additional charges. I'd be very careful.
Yes, sir.
Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I already have an application, guys. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna have you go to Victoria Center, reset. I'll have you take your seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions ready. Do not leave until you sign the bond conditions. And then I'll have you sign, or I'll have you talk to a lawyer today. Okay?
I bet you Luis makes more than that.
Hey,
Judge,
Dustin, what's up?
here on Mr. Jones this morning.
Okay.
Is Bishop calling up or recalling him up? Oh, okay. Recalling him up?
Yeah, for you.
Oh, okay.
You said it is Caleb Jones, right?
Yes.
All right, Caleb Jones,
Sir.
you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You're facing up to a year in jail and or $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Okay.
On October 2024, officer assisted with a major crash call at 7400 Tier Wester Street in Harris County, Texas. Officer observed a white male involved in a motor vehicle accident. Witness advised that the male was off and possibly intoxicated. SFSTs were administered 4 out of 6 HGM, 4 out of 8 walk and turn, 0 out of 4 one leg stand. A search of the defendant was conducted. An officer located a small amount of what was believed to be marijuana in the black Ziploc bag with a sticker stating packaged in compliance with state and local law and regulations. And it was located in his back right pocket and the pre-roll joint in a small clear cylinder container along with a black vape were located in his left front pocket. Officers observed droopy, glassy eyes. The DICs were read and the defendant consented to blood. A blood draw was administered. And he has an-
What was his stop for again? You said,
It was a major crash call.
And Judge, we'll point out, it isn't the divs, I guess, maybe he didn't get it there. He does have a medical marijuana card in Texas, medical marijuana card.
Okay.
So with the marijuana on him, this is complies with state and local laws, is the prescription marijuana.
Mr. Jones, do you have a Texas driver license?
Yes, sir.
Have valid liability insurance in your name?
Full coverage, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm ordering you now, or I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now to
Wow,
drive
he
any
has a
vehicle that doesn't have
license
an ignition
and
interlock on it.
insurance
I
in
will pay for it for
Texas.
you, but you're not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an interlock. If you're caught driving a vehicle that doesn't have an interlock, I'm gonna revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
No more alcohol, no more dope. You gotta stop.
May I have
Well,
I know
I'll say
that you got a card, but I'm
Well, Judge, it is a Texas doctor prescription. It is a Texas medical. It's not some go buy the card on the internet. It's an actual.
I don't know that.
Well, we'll provide proof to pretrial and for you.
I mean, I'm gonna look at the doctor. I'm gonna see that it's legitimate, not the Punka City, that you can, because you can buy those things anywhere.
Punka
No, this is in
City.
Texas. And I asked him that before to make sure, because I'm
So
aware that you can just go buy it, but this was actually a.
I'm gonna tell you now, if I find that you're using anything, I'm gonna put you in jail. You gotta be careful. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you got a great lawyer. Listen to him. He'll take care of you. If you don't come to court like you're supposed to, you pick up a new charge, violate conditions. I'm gonna put you in jail. No more PR bonds.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you with pretrial, and then good luck, guys.
Yes.
Thanks. Yes, yeah. So guardian and interlock, no drugs, no alcohol, random use.
And you just wanted to bring the actual, you want me to bring it to you to show you?
Yeah,
or just have to show the pretrial?
I'm gonna verify with the doctor.
Stop it with the bad words and stuff in my chat. I'll take the olives. I'll take them. I love olives. I think it's real.
Johnson, Your Honor.
I think I looked it up. I'm gonna look it up again.
Elijah Johnson? Mr. Johnson, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. Are you high right now? Uh-huh.
I gotta tell y'all this too. I ain't hide out. I wrote the book down.
Mr. Johnson, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On April 15th, 2024, officers were dispatched in Harris County, Texas. The complaining witness was downtown in Houston to celebrate her birthday that late evening and had consumed a moderate amount of alcohol while out. The complaining witness stumbled and caused an item in the bathroom to fall. The defendant entered into the bathroom and became aggressive because he thought she had been throwing things around on purpose. The defendant grabbed her using both of his open palms and grabbed the base of her neck and began squeezing it to the point she was unable to breathe and caused her pain. The complainant stated that the defendant, then released his left hand from her neck and then used his right hand to press her head against the edge of the bathtub. The CW stated that
So the bathtub, you say?
on the edge of the bathtub, yes, Judge, that's what it says. The complainant stated that the defendant then struck her multiple times in the face with his left hand and caused her upper and lower lips to become swollen, bruised.
You are an overachiever. Is Starbucks even open in Florida right now with all the hurricane damage?
Cut open on the inside of both upper and lower lips and caused additional pain. The complainant stated that defendant also struck her in the right eye with either an open or a closed fist, which caused her even more bruising, swelling, and redness to appear.
Relationship.
It doesn't appear that there was one, Judge.
The complaining witness and the defendant were in a dating relationship at the time. They're no longer in that dating relationship. I just spoke to her yesterday.
Were they in a dating relationship at the time?
Yes, Judge, at the time of the offense. And then he was
It's
told yesterday.
the wrong charge, Judge, again. I don't know what to say.
Mr. Johnson, it's very possible that they indict this as a felony. I would be very, very careful because it could be very, very well is an impeding choking case where you'll be facing 2 to 10 in the penitentiary. As it stands, I'm sending you for a drug test right now. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system, and you're to come right back. If you fail to take the drug test, if you fail to come back, I'm going to revoke your bond and I'm going to make it high. Do you understand? No more PR bonds for any new charges, anything you pick up, any violation of conditions that you may do. You're not going to get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? And I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my city at all costs. So I'm going to have you sign a reset, and we're going to send you for a drug test, and we'll see you back in 30 minutes. That way.
We're going to start a GoFundMe for Fozzie to help him through.
Judge, is he to come back after the testing? Go ahead and sign, please.
What's your last name?
Mayfield.
Good morning, Mr. Mayfield. Mr. Mayfield, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. Do we know if we've heard, have you heard from Mr. Slider? Take a seat for me in the jury box, sir. Yeah.
All right, Judge, page 19. Lennon, come on.
What's the name, Judge?
And then
You look so nice for court, sir. Thank you.
Mr. McLennan, you stand charged with now a new offense. You now stand charged with assault family member. You are facing up jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On October 5th of 2024, officers responded to a call at 9721 at a residential home in Harris County, Texas. The complaining witness and the defendant, who are in a dating relationship, got into a verbal argument due to her not wanting to take him to his grandmother's residence. The defendant became irate, getting close to her face and yelling, "I don't love you," where he then began striking the complaining witness with a closed fist on her back.
Striking grandma?
No, the complaining witness, his girlfriend,
Okay, I thought you said grandma.
with a closed fist on her back, causing pain.
So I see that there's an FSGI. Was he out on bond for this FSGI and pick up a new case, or was it?
It looks like he's out on bond, Judge.
I don't know. I don't think so. Can you, on McClellan? Was he out on bond for the FSGI and picked up this new case, or was it out on a 2B? And he was never arraigned and never given
He
conditions?
was transferred over from Court of Appeal.
Which one? The FSGI?
So, Judge, one of them was a open warrant for about a month, if that, and then he picked up the other piece.
Got it. Okay, so he also has a prior assault of a family member. Tell me, is that one the same complaining witness as this one now?
I'm checking, Judge. No, it appears to be a different one, Judge.
Okay, so we also have to do probable cause on the FSGI as well, please.
Hi, Mel.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Officers were dispatched to 8100 block Fairbanks, North Houston Road in Harris County, Texas, regarding a major accident. The officer arrived on scene and observed a silver Ford with damage. Officer made contact with the complaining witness, who was driving her gray Toyota Suburban, and he detected defendant's silver Ford also driving. He observed that the defendant's vehicle had struck the rear of the complaining witness's vehicle. The defendant did not stop and provide information and left the scene on foot. The complaining witness had a photo of the defendant. The complaining witness estimates that there were about $20,000 in damages. There were multiple documents with the defendant's name that were found inside his vehicle. Multiple documents with the defendant's name inside his vehicle, confirming that the vehicle was in fact his, Judge.
So, Mr. McClellan, I'm going to find probable cause to go forward on both of your cases. Do you have a valid Texas driver license, sir?
Yes,
Do you have valid liability insurance in your name?
not anymore.
Then you're not allowed to drive your name, making that a condition of your bond. Until you have liability insurance in your name, you're not allowed to drive. I'm now ordering you also as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case, not to be in possession of weapons. There's a protective order that has been issued in this assault case. I would get to know it. If you do something to violate the protective order, the state can and will file additional charges against you. Do you understand? Like you saw earlier today, the other gentleman into jail and a $10,000 bond. Be careful out there. Don't violate any of these conditions.
Jones?
Was there any allegation of alcohol or drug use in the assault?
No, Judge, not from what
Now, if you have people come and make them do it. Yeah.
I see. No.
No? Okay. All right, sir. I'm going to have you sign this affidavit promising us you're not going to drive. I will get you to sign a receipt. After that, I'm going to have you take your seat in the jury box. So we'll get your bond conditions that you're not to have any contact with the complaining witness and no weapons. I'll have you sign it, and then you'll be free to go. When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir. That way.
Miles?
Can you file no contact and no weapons in the assault, please?
Come on up.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Oh, sorry. Zachary Miles. Mr. Miles, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We want to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On October 4th, 2024, officers were dispatched in regards to services. The complaining witness and the defendant, who are in a dating relationship, had a verbal argument about the complaining witness breaking the defendant's projector. The defendant attempted to grab her legs, but the complaining witness was holding onto her mattress. The complaining witness stated she did kick defendant, but not hard enough. The defendant then slapped her on the left side of her eyelid, causing her pain. The complaining witness stated she fell and accidentally bumped the defendant with her head.
It was kind of
Officers
rude.
observed redness above the complaining witness's left eye.
So Miles, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I don't see a motive's been issued.
No, Judge, I don't see that it's been signed.
Entering a magistrate's order for emergency protection that identifies Brianna Cross as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of 2767 Briar Grove, apartment 466. If you violate this court order, the state can and will file additional charges against you. And then it's really going to go sideways quick. You understand?
Can you repeat that?
I'm
Hey,
going to give you a
Michael,
copy of the order for
I
protection.
got something
but
for
I've
you.
given you a lot of conditions. You need to understand what these conditions are and abide by these conditions, because if you do not, they're going to file additional charges against you. One of those comes with a residential restriction of where she lives or where she works. You're not to go anywhere within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how old are you, Mr. Miles? You're
23.
You're 23. What do you do for a living?
I go to school. I'm a full-time student. And
I'm not going to talk to you about the case.
no, I just wanted to state about the residents. I'm on the lease.
I don't want to talk to you about the case now. I'm deciding whether we're going to appoint you a lawyer at this time. Okay. You're 23. What do you do for a living?
Full-time student.
Where?
Athlete. University of St. Thomas.
Okay. Do you work?
No, I'm an athlete.
Okay. And who do you live with?
By myself. I'm
Okay.
here from first school.
Got it. All right. I have an application on file, so I'm going to appoint your lawyer today. We'll have you talk with a lawyer and we'll work out any kinks in the details, but don't have any contact with this person. I don't care what you're doing. Don't. Do you understand? I'm saying any more issues, you're going to be in jail. And I'm going to tell you, if you don't have anyone to bond you up, you'll be stuck like Chuck in there until this case is over with, and it's going to completely derail your school. Got to be careful. All right.
Ayes, Gonzalez, come on up. Page 23.
So we need him to, after he's done with you, sign the MOAP, and then we'll, can you file no contact, no weapons?
I just want to say the filing.
You good? Okay, great. Okay. You're gonna get a 7-day setting after you post. So feel free to get a different date. We need to make sure Mr.
Did he
Ginnity
say
signs the
stuck like
MOAP
Chuck
this
and
time.
I
don't
missed
wanna-
it? I was watching chat.
Okay, good. I don't wanna make
Judge,
that
can you
mistake.
say it again? I missed it.
So you're sitting the bond.
Say it to
I'm good.
Michael. Tell
Okay,
Michael he's
guys.
gonna be stuck like
Have fun.
Chuck.
Great weekend.
Page 23, Ayes.
Good morning, Mr. Paez Gonzalez. Mr. Paez Gonzalez, you're charged with an indecent exposure with a previous conviction. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable
Oh my God, this judge plays Fortnite?
cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay.
Officers are dispatched to an apartment complex in Harris County, Texas. The complaining witness stated that he observed the defendant naked in the apartment pool and asked him to leave. The complaining witness stated he later observed the defendant naked while sitting on a patio bench while masturbating. When officers arrived on scene, the defendant continued masturbating while in the officer's presence.
Ah, that woke legal up. The judge is sitting there thinking, how am I supposed to tell a grown man?
I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case, Mr. Paez Gonzalez. If I test you for drugs and alcohol, what are you going to test positive for?
Philippines.
I'm
Hi,
sending you now for a
Bruce.
drug and alcohol test. I want to know what, if anything, you're going to test positive for. You're to come right back. If you fail to come back, I'm going to revoke your bond and I'm going to make it high. Do you understand? Hey, Vic, I'm sending him for a drug test.
Okay.
And then when he comes back, we'll appoint him someone. But you are to come right back after your drug test. Do you understand? Okay, head on over that way.
Right this way.
We still need to do a whole host of conditions after the fact, but do it after the drug test.
Victoria, watch off that pen when he's done with it,
This
please.
is 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth. I would be remiss to think that. Come on up. Yes, of course. Hi.
Venus is gonna be
Hi.
here soon. Yeah, just throw the pen away,
How are
break
you?
it.
I'm well, thanks for asking.
Thanks
Judge.
for coming.
Have a take my son to work day and introduce him.
How are you? How old are you? Great. Have you ever been to court before? What do you think?
He's
It's a lot
17
of fun. You know
cycles.
why? Because we work hard, but at the same time, we eat a bunch of candy. Do you like candy? You want some?
We're looking for lifesavers, gummy lifesavers.
So much candy that I can help you with.
Skittles.
This is one of my favorites.
Oh no. Guys, did you see that? Every single time I think I love the judge, I love the judge even more. Those sweet tart lollipops are his favorite candy that he has right now. And they're discontinued. You can't get them. And he just reached and he has all this candy under there, a whole bunch. Any of them that that little boy would be happy for. And the judge reached for his favorite, the sweet tart lollipop, and gave away one of those. Man.
How about this? You like Sour Patch?
Yes, Rich. I want candy.
You can do whatever you want to make it, you know. That's all I know is you can't. That's what it's about. Eat candy all day and have fun. I hope you have fun, and you're welcome to come out anytime, perhaps later, when that's all done, if you show the gym. Look at the gym, you know? Yeah. Yeah, it'll take a while, but yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Sometimes I take the stuff they like and I don't like just to prove a point.
Council for recess.
Yeah. It really sucks. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit faster
Those aren't the right ones. I'd fall off that chair so many times, people would think I was drunk.
So they pressed the second interview, they gave me a back. And just basically have to like officer. The middle of the night, the guy gets pulled over for speeding.
And the officer was arrested because he stole the car. What did he do? So I started asking the question, like, what hell is it? He knew what shit happened on the car stolen. Just like, no, he didn't. Well, give him a ticket for speeding. Tell him, impound the car. Give him a ride home. Tell him to try to get home. Then call the next day. Give him something to it. Charge him again. No, that's no peace. So, yeah. Yeah, it is. That's what I was supposed to do. That's why I appreciate doing this. Regulate a lot of this stuff. And then go forward on people that need to go forward. Definitely. Well, I agree. No, thank you. I definitely will. I appreciate you. I'm out. I'm free now.
Have whatever you need. Just,
Definitely, thank you.
absolutely. Hi, guys. Are we done with arraignments? Okay. Hi. Happy Friday. What's the last name? Balance?
We're approaching on a bond.
Correct. Okay. Yeah. Hey, guys, do you mind bringing out Roy Balance, please?
No problem.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are we done with arraignments?
Hey, Tokyo.
Justin.
Kentucky's
sir.
in the
Are you gonna sign on?
house. Hey,
I already
Terry.
did, Judge.
Okay, good. I have someone coming out, but you're next.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
Lori, give us a smile today. Judge, tell her a joke, please, please. Hey, Crystal.
Mr. Balance, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Balance. So your lawyers are bringing you, or your lawyer is bringing you out here because she's asking me to set you a bond. I don't know. I don't know anything about you. My main concern are two. Number one, are you a danger to our public? Number two, if you are not a danger, are you going to go back? Both of those are evidenced by how you look on paper, what kind of criminal history you have. When is the last time you've gotten in trouble? If so, we'll go into that now and determine all these questions.
At this time, the state's asking for no bond. It doesn't have any criminal history, but we are concerned about the facts surrounding this charge. I
Okay.
wanted out of Polk County, Florida, and I think
Seriously, though, who wore it best? Who wore it best? I'm 100% going with Lori on this one.
we have the probable cause on this one.
Ish.
On or about October 7th, 2024, the defendant made two separate calls to the Polk County Sheriff's Office. In their first call, defendant alleged that he had dispatched or killed a police officer, and he asked to take the officer's vehicle to return it to the sheriff's office. After refusing to provide more info to the call taker, defendant then stated he would dump the car in a canal. During his second call to the sheriff's office, defendant questioned how often the sheriff's office calls to check on their officers, and how long it would take for them to know that one guy had not called in and was in a problem. Defendant stated that his line of questions was for him. Sheriff office conducted a countrywide well-being check on deputies and officers and found none to be harmed. Under these exigent circumstances, defendant was then traced back by ID and phone carrier as well as caller ID. The FBI had previously ID'd defendant in January of 2024 as having made several threats about killing law enforcement officers on a YouTube video, which I have those statements if you want to hear them. But defendant had also made several calls to other jurisdictions, including Kentucky and Tampa, that he had drowned or killed attendees. So we are concerned about the danger.
So he's made similar calls in other states as well? I mean, was he living in those states? Just calls from Florida?
So he called Kentucky. He also called Tampa. The YouTube comments he left in January 2024 did ask suggestions of what state to shoot a cop. We're concerned about the facts around it.
When did this happen? So is it a 2B? Was he charged and then fled?
So the offense happened earlier this month on October 7th. It was issued.
Wow, I mean, that's 4 days ago.
Issued October 8th.
Was he here? Was he over there? It just randomly called a different county in Florida? Just
The address they have for him is in Florida.
say it again?
The address that they have for him is in Delray Beach, Florida. I can also call you if you need him, but
Being what's going on in Florida now, how long is it gonna even take to get them over here to get him?
I mean, you'd be setting him out for 14 days, so it'd be 2 weeks.
I know that you're setting him out for 2 weeks, but are they gonna have the manpower to even come get him at that time? You know, I think that there's a lot of other priorities. I mean, there's still millions of people without power. Right, and that adds it. So I'm going to presume that they're not gonna get him in 14 days. They're gonna want an extension at their minimum. So I don't know, Sonia, it's just.
Bond has been set on one of the two charges. The charge are not gonna set a bond until he actually makes the first appearance.
What was the bond set at, do you know?
5,000 on one case, and the other case is 0 bond.
Yeah, no bond until he has his first appearance on the.
Are they're both felonies, I would presume?
Yes, a felony 2 in the public. Jay says the sheriff's office is open and should let us know within a day or 2 if they can.
What do you do with yourself these days, Mr. Roy?
I work for a company that hosts events. I'm a facilitator trainer. I train automotive salespeople on new products for different companies. I travel, they travel me. We set up a big event like for Toyota, for instance. They bring out all the regional salespeople, and then we make presentations presenting the new products, have them drive the cars. May I add something or
Sure.
I did live in Florida. I know I had a bad night with all this stuff. I got divorced about a year ago before I moved up here. This was.
Don't talk about the cases.
Okay, I understand. They informed me, but I'm not a danger. I don't have a record. I don't have any ill will, or whatever happened was a one-off. I understand. I did acquire counsel so that I can resolve this issue. I have no intention of harming. I've asked for extensions for work and everything so that I can go down and take care of this. I will get myself down, even if it means waiting a little bit or dealing with the problems with the hurricane. I can.
Do you have any weapons?
No, nothing. One bedroom apartment. Yeah.
Is there any way to search if someone has a weapon, a registered weapon, somehow through a database? You know, when you buy a weapon,
Goes to the ATF, but there is not.
Is there a way?
There's an ATF report you can draft it, but it takes a while to get back to us. It's not like an instant thing, okay, I'll see that.
you know, I want to make sure that he doesn't have any weapons.
He also has conditions requested by law enforcement officers not to have, but.
I know that, but I want to know, does he have any weapons at his disposal? If we let him out, he's going to go harm someone. I mean, it scares me. How long do you think we can know whether he has any registered weapons or not.
Sometimes it takes weeks, Judge. It depends on the investigator, who they know in ATF that can draft a report. It's really, there's no time frame.
Dave says that he can look up the firearm, if you give him a second. He also said it's not a one-off and that FBI had him in January 2024.
Say it again.
He also says that it's not a one-off since the FBI had him in January of 2024 earlier for the YouTube comments. And Polk County had the call just earlier this month.
So it's 3 different places.
Well, he wanted to hear from Polk County on this one. He did have that earlier event in January 2024 for FBI.
I mean, it's just scary that, you know, the good thing is that they'll be here within 2 weeks to get you. Mr. Roy, you got to understand that this really scares me. I mean, this is not a one-off. You're making YouTube comments now. You're making actual phone calls that allegedly that you're, you know, killed an officer.
I made a comment on a YouTube, it was something.
No,
I
just
understand, something I saw that made me angry possibly, but not having to do. I understand.
don't. It's, if it was a one-off perhaps, but over and over. And so let me think about it. And I want to know if you have any registered weapons first off, and then, you know, well, I'll get back to you. Okay. All right. Thanks. Hey, you ready? Hey, come on. Or hold on a second. I got Justin. Justin's waiting. Joseph Dante Thomas. Justin?
Yeah, he should be there. I mean, he might be out in the hallway. Sorry, Judge, go ahead. I'll wait.
You want to text him to tell him to come in?
Oh, I'm doing it now, yes.
Thank you.
Approaching on a BVR for Natalie Villarreal. She is here in the jury box.
You want to bring her up?
Yes, come on up, Natalie. Judge, she changed her phone number and then did not notify pretrial services, but so now, I mean, she's let me know her new phone number and she's here to take drug tests. And that was the issue, is a skip drug test. I was gonna see if we can just send her down to get tested.
Yeah, we will, but why are you not following your bond conditions?
Well, my phone was broken and I had to change my phone number, so I don't have access to another device to call to see if I was scheduled for a drug test.
This is not going to happen again.
No,
If,
no.
if I ever find that they call you and you failed to go take a drug test, I'm going to revoke all of your bonds. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to end up with $15,000 bond, maybe more, maybe a little bit less. I don't know, but it's going to be high. You need to follow bond conditions. I'm going to send you now for a test. I'm going to see what, if anything, you're going to test positive for, and then you must come back. But in the future, if they call you, you must appear. Do you understand? I'm not going to play this game with you again. Okay, Hugh, we'll send it now. Thanks, Judge.
Judge, did they take him into custody, maybe?
Thomas? Did you take a Thomas into custody?
Off docket.
Yeah, it's not on docket. Joseph Thomas.
Just think of Mr. Thomas, Joseph Thomas.
Do you mind bringing, please?
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Justin.
No, it's not you, Judge.
You ready?
Yes,
It's 252-6807.
6870.
6807.
Okay, thank you.
I hope you have an open container, because people don't drive in Texas without a gun and an open container.
Morning, Mr. Thomas.
Good morning.
Mr. Thomas, you're charged in 2 cases. You're charged with you're charged with evading arrest, assault bodily injury, and then you also have a felony assault of a public servant. On our case, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one.
Order in the court.
Okay.
An officer was dispatched to Klein Collins High School, a public school in Harris County, Texas, for an assault on a student and a public servant. The defendant trespassed and assaulted a male minor, 15 years old, as well as Assistant Principal Tyler Smith by punching them multiple times around the body and head area while they were on the ground, causing pain. Both complaining witnesses claimed injuries to their head, back, shoulder, and wrist areas. While officer attempted to detain the defendant, he evaded on foot. Officer told the defendant to stop multiple times while in full police uniform. The defendant evaded for approximately 0.4 miles and was eventually caught and arrested by another officer outside the school building while running towards a wooded area.
That's the officer that he allegedly assaulted?
No, he didn't assault the officer. He assaulted the assistant principal.
Was that was the public servant?
Correct, Judge. I think the school video is going to show a little bit different, but that's okay. He's doing felony court today, and when he got his PIA rollover, they gave him the wrong information at the jail because it had been reset from 9/3 on the felony PIA rollover to 9/6, which was the same date your original court date here was. So we are here. I'm asking that the court reinstate the bond with whatever bond conditions the court deems appropriate, and I have to send him up to felony court. But I told felony court we're coming to you first.
Got it. What conditions have they put on him now, Justin?
He has bond conditions up there, Judge. No contact, I think, with the school and the yes, sir. No contact with the school. I have all the bond conditions up. No contact with the complainant. So do you want to just follow the exclusions? Do you want to follow the?
Yeah, I'm going to mirror the conditions upstairs. So, Mr. Thomas, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to test you. If I find that you're using any kind of alcohol or dope, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR marks. Do you understand? You're not to be in possession of any weapons, not to go back to the school, not to have contact with any of the complaining witness in this case. I'm going to protect my county, Mr. Thomas, and I'm going to do it at all costs. And I don't care if you're kicking and screaming and crying that you got to go to jail, but that's what I'm going to do. You've got a great lawyer. It's your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Kiter, and he'll tell you when you have to come back to court. But if he tells me that you're ducking and dodging, that's it. You're not getting any more PR bonds from us. You understand? Do you already have a future date for the felony case, Justin?
Your Honor, no, not yet. I promised them we're going up to felony.
So I'll have him sign conditions now. We'll send them up. And then if you want to email Victoria later, whatever date you get over there, we'll mirror the date.
Very good. Thank you, Judge. That'll save us a
Okay,
trip.
man. Okay. We'll have you sign a
Thank you.
reset. You'll get with pre-chop your bond conditions, and then you got to go upstairs.
You're reinstating.
Go to the
now?
185.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to reinstate your bond now. This is the only time it's going to happen. Meaning that I issued a warrant for your arrest.
He
because you
didn't
failed to
choose
appear.
Thug Life
So if you take off
Security.
Again, I will issue another warrant. and
Thug
I'm
Life chose
not going to
him.
give you another free bond. I'm going to reinstate the bond now, but this is the only time it's going to happen. Do you understand? What do you do with yourself these days?
I go to work and I help my mom around the house. She has back problems, back surgery. She can't.
Where do you work?
I'm a chef at Russo's Italian, New York Pizza, New York Russo's Pizza.
Okay. Are you working there full time?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's another condition. When people have too much time on their hands, they become self-destructive. So you need to do something full-time, either work or get into school. No part-time stuff. You've got to work full-time or get into school full-time. You understand?
And then both of them.
Good. All right. Okay. That way.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Okay, thanks, Justin. Yeah, take care.
Have a good weekend, sir.
Josh, you ready?
Mr. Bale, Judge, he posted an out-of-county bond, and he said for arraignment today.
The case is 1,500 days old. We need to know what you guys want to do. This is the gentleman we were talking about yesterday. Yeah, it's over 1,500 days old and it's time to put this baby to bed. So, is there any restitution?
Please don't
other
go
than
out on
this?
people. No, no, no.
I think the tax paid with the complainant, but the damages were around $200.
Okay, so let's do this.
It looks like an apartment, so the apartment should have paid for that.
You guys tell me if there's any restitution that you guys want or that is owed. I'll set the case off for 1 week. He's got to come back in a week and it's either accepts it or we'll set it for trial. Come up, Mr. Bale. Mr. Bale, come up. Oh, there you are. Thought it was. Your case is extremely old and it's time to decide what we're going to do. I'm giving you 1 week to get with your lawyer and decide what you want to do. You must either at the end of the week accept the plea bargain from the state.
I'm guessing I would come up
I'm
to
going to tell you now, you take off
there
on me again, I'm going to make your bond so high, you're going
on his hoodie.
popping out.
No.
Show up to court and good things happen. Do you understand? Don't take flight again. Otherwise, it's going to go way, way north. Okay, see you in a week. All right, Josh.
This way. Were there gonna be any bond conditions?
He could reach
Just-
everything on
I guess
all
no
my
con-
shelves.
I guess no contact, and no
Everything.
weapons. Yeah. Michael, do you mind filing that? No contact, no weapons with the apartment complex? Yeah, and then with the complaining witness either. So Josh,
My son, who is significantly taller than me, just redid my kitchen a little bit, moved everything around, and everything I need is on the top shelf now. Which for him is easy. It's just like, no, it's right here. Just grab it. And there I am jumping. I can't reach it. I can't reach it.
no, Josh, make sure he needs to sign bond conditions. Make sure he doesn't leave. So what?
So she made an offer and so maybe.
Oh, okay, got it. All right.
We're not going to lose court.
Haley Marie,
You need to run, man.
All right. Beck, I think I have cream of tartar up in the back shelf somewhere. I haven't been able to find it since he redid the kitchen at all. How to use lemon juice. That would be my absolute pleasure. See, as soon as, okay, this is how I read this sentence. Nan, are you ready? I read, that's why I have step stools. And immediately in my head, now I fall off. I would fall right off. And then I kept reading, except I fell off last year. See? See? I can't.
Just have a Spanish arraignment.
At work, we have an open sign, right? Where, okay, we have bar stool seating. We have, the real high seats and then the real low seats. Well, the only way to turn the open sign on or off is to climb onto the seat. Like you have to stand on the bar stool and there's nothing to hold you up while you're up there. You just got to and then you got to reach up and turn the switch on. That's how the servers have to do it. The other people, they can easily, there's a little like bar at the bottom of the legs. They can easily just step on that and reach up. Jude, one of the person in the kitchen, he can just reach it from the floor because he's real tall. No, guess who gets to turn the open signs on or off? Yeah, the little servers. So there I am, old, standing on top of a bar stool. Every day I went to work thinking, oh, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Finally, I bought this little a remote control for the whole outlet, and I made Jude, because he's real tall, install it. So now I can easily turn the open sign on safely with my little remote control, right? Except there's a problem. When anybody else tries to use the remote control from back of the house or the owner, they can't get it. They can't just push the off button, on button and get it to work. No. So they go over to the switch and they like turn the open sign off. Well, the only way to fix that is to stand on the chair and turn it back on again. I think they're trying to kill me at work. I think they are. They put everything I need. The chocolate sauce and the caramel sauce, I have to keep asking the dishwashers to reach up and get me that if I have to make a dessert because they put it so high.
Down there, come on up.
He just
To
appeared.
smack them with. I had a pool stick at work, I would be hitting people with it.
Any more arraignments or FTAs?
Assault of a
I
family
mean,
member.
PHAs? No? Okay. So this is Game Santa Maria.
No.
Game Santa Maria.
The fishing pole is to get my taillights to work.
Yeah. Mr. Game Santa Maria, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, and it's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor.
Order in the court. I can hear everybody
You are
over the
facing
judge.
up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Luis, use your hands a little bit.
Officers observed the defendant's vehicle traveling at the 8600 block of West Belfort Avenue in Harris County, Texas, at a high rate of speed. Officer caught up with the defendant and paced the vehicle at approximately 64 miles per hour in a 35-mile-per-hour zone.
Wait, didn't you say at first he was going 80 or 90?
He was going 64 and a 35, Judge. Officer observed the registration to be expired, and the date on that was November 2023. A traffic stop was initiated. Officer made contact with the defendant, who was the driver and sole occupant of the vehicle. Officer observed red, glassy eyes and an odor of alcoholic beverage. The defendant stated he consumed 1 can of Modelo while helping his friend move and was on his way home. SFSTs were administered. 6 out of 6 HGN, 7 out of 8 walk and turn, and 3 out of 4 one-leg stand. The officers read the DIC and the defendant consented to breath. The results were 0.153 and 0.160, and the defendant was ID'd with his El Salvadorian passport. And no driver's license is found, Judge.
He just pled to a DWI 2 months ago, and now we're here back with another DWI.
Yes, Judge, it was 4 months ago that he pled, yes.
I'm going to put an ankle monitor on you. I know that you're not consuming alcohol, Mr. Gomez Santa Maria. And I'm going to tell you, if you go to jail, not in this country with permission, immigration may very well catch you. And then you will be stuck in custody until this case is over with, and then you will be shipped off to immigration. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
You will be signing an affidavit with me today. Mr. Gomez, that you're promising me that you're not going to drive. I find that you drive, and I don't care what your reason is. I will have a contempt hearing, and you will be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. This is the promise you're going to sign to me that you're not going to drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Because this is a second offense, I'm sending paperwork to the Texas Department of Public Safety to put the entire police force on notice that you're not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an interlock on it. So if you are driving a vehicle and you get pulled over and it doesn't have an interlock, any officer that pulls you over, they will look in the computer system that you're supposed to have an interlock. And if they don't see one, then they are going to put you in jail. And then you violate this condition, and then I will also have a contempt hearing. So the worst possible thing you can do in this life right now are two things: either consume alcohol or get into a car and drive. Do you understand? We are going to reset your case.
I hope you have a great day at work.
I'm going to have you come up here, swear to this. After that, I will get you to Victoria where you will sign a reset. And after that, you will meet with pretrial. And you will get your bond conditions today. And you will be sent down and get your device today.
Definitely cut his teeth as a bouncer. I'm sure of it, right?
You must charge this thing on a daily basis. If the battery goes dead, your bond will as well. You will not get any more PR bonds. The reason that you got out now and that immigration did not attach their claws on you was because the Mashits gave you a free bond. It's not going to happen again. If you go to jail for one reason or the other, the next bond will be $5,000 to $10,000, give or take, depending on what happens. And if you're in there for any length of time, that's when immigration will put a detainer on you. Go ahead. No, I want a screen. And you can waive the fee. Oh, sorry.
My phone's at work, right? My phone is at Big Dog. So I thought I would just order coffee from DoorDash on this computer. Well, since my phone is at Big Dog, that's the address that DoorDash just delivered my coffee to. Now I have my phone and my coffee waiting for me at Big Dog. Oh, I need to go to bed. Yeah, I got a little chilly. Oh, thank you, Beck. Thank you so much. Let's see who got it. Make it green. If you got a gifted membership, come in and say thank you to Throw the Goat.
Hey guys,
No,
come on up.
I ordered more coffee from here. I'll drink that when I get to work. I will. I'll drink it if I can find it. I don't know
Mr.
where they
Roy?
put it.
Okay.
They confirmed she doesn't show registered or concealed, but doesn't have a. That's what they said.
I don't know if I feel comfortable giving him a bond. You know, when you put the lives of officers at stake, and not just one time, multiple times, and you make an outcry to the entire YouTube universe, that scares me. You know, can you imagine if we, I don't even want to imagine.
I would never yell at you.
I don't want that kind of blood on my hands. No. I mean, imagine, I'm just, I don't feel comfortable. I'm sorry, Sonia. Yeah, if he has any issues, if he doesn't understand, I'm happy to explain it to him as well. And I mean, I have no problem telling him that I just don't feel comfortable doing it. When you're putting, I mean, so many lives in danger. And then they do have to do do they do a nationwide search? Countywide? What do they do?
Countywide.
Yeah. That just scares me. Yeah, okay, thanks. Thanks, Sandy. Thank you. Hey. Did we get cambric?
Is that?
Deshaun cambric?
No.
I will.
Maybe.
Yes. Hi, Ann.
Judge.
Happy Friday.
Yes, it is. It's a busy Friday.
Ann.
I'm approaching on London Collins. She's on docket today on the bond docket. As part of her bond conditions, you ordered her to find full-time work. She is on Social Security disability because she can't work.
Why?
She's got intellectual and learning disabilities. I'm getting documentation from mom. Mom is here, so I don't know if you want.
Okay, yeah, bring mom.
Okay.
Mom, come up. Yeah.
And this is Miss Collins and mom.
Yeah. Hi, Miss Collins. Thank you. Mom. So you're okay. Thank you so much for coming. Do you know what happened?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear it? What happened?
Well, I believe she was also on I was on FaceTime when the incident. Okay, so, I mean, if you want to go through it, we can.
No, I just wanted to know whether you knew about what happened or not, so you know.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I'm the firm believer that if you have too much time on your hands, you become self-destructive. You know, in this life, your brain craves activity. You need something to do, whether it's, you know, working, schooling, something, you know, a hobby. And
Sleeping.
it scares me that she's sitting at home doing nothing all day. I don't know. You know her obviously better than I do. Is she able to work?
How's it like being married?
Even a part-time job?
She did have one, at one place, in host. She was only working there like on Saturday and Sunday.
That's great.
It was a situation that happened where she's very emotional and a customer hollered at her and she was crying. So she called me to calm her down and her manager gave her out there.
I'm not going to create a poll. I just wonder if we asked how's married life to all 71, 70 now, people watching. I wonder on the scale which would tip. I have a suspicion.
And so,
Hence it spiraled out of control.
right, so they sent her home and I calmed her down and everything. And I told her it's okay. You know, don't take it personally. You know, it's dealing with customers.
And Miss Collins, she's right. You know, the problem is that when what was it she was doing?
She was hosting for parties, like children's parties, Funplex. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's like it has like a arcade and things like that, rides for children.
You know, Miss Collins, when you work in this type of industry, like either the restaurant industry or the type of work where you have to make people happy, it's really tough because, you know, as my marketing professor once told me, you can't be all things to all people. It's impossible to make everyone happy. You know, me here in this job that I have now, you know how many people I make upset? I've got so many people breathing down my right neck at this very moment because they're unhappy with me, right? And, you know, but we still try to do the best job we can, right? So that industry is really tough Because even no matter how hard you try to make someone happy, someone's still going to be unhappy. And the idea is that when you face that person, you got to break away. And even if it's for, a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you just go away, go to the bathroom and be by yourself. Next time if this would ever happen, ask to go to the bathroom. No one's going to follow you in the bathroom. And that's the perfect time to call mom. And then perhaps at that time she can, but the problem is she going to stay at home do nothing all the time?
No,
What-
I try to help her find things that she's interested in. Like all her life, I put her in, even in school, different programs, different activities, band,
Great.
karate,
Well, then
orchestra.
I'll leave it with you. I don't know all the circumstances of everybody that comes down here. That's why when I have like a parent or a loved one come up, and I love to talk to them so that they can tell me, give me insight of how this person is, what the quirks are, what they're doing, and because obviously you know better than I do. So, I mean, is she living with you now? Okay, so I'll leave her in your care then. If you don't think that, I'll take it off so that she doesn't have to, we won't make it a condition of her bond.
I want her to do things. I'm trying to find her things that she enjoys, so she can make a
I'm so
career out
glad you
of it
found a real good one.
and at least do something with her time.
Ms. Collins, you need to understand that while she is absolutely fantastic and fabulous, she's not going to be here forever. She's, you're going to get older. Things in life don't get easier. They get so much more difficult. And what you do now, you're setting yourself up for the next 40 to 50 years of your life. And if you don't set yourself some kind of career, something to do, when she passes on, you're going to have nothing. She gets disability now. How much?
Just actually started to back up again, so it's like 100, but it goes by my.
If you don't have income, does she get more?
Correct.
Okay, so perhaps it's a lot, I don't know, but is it enough to survive? Is it going to be enough to survive for the rest of your life? That's what you got to think about. Now is the best time for you to get a career, learn a hobby, learn a trade, and go with it. And perhaps.
She likes to braid hair.
Great.
And we went to go do that, and then she was like, we did all the steps, and she was like, well, I don't think I'm gonna do that now.
Actually, we have a career fair that's coming in about a month. I can give you a flyer, and we have all kinds of different jobs, businesses that are going to be there. I'm going to be there too. I'm happy to meet you there, and we'll see if they have something that's to her liking. And if not, she's not obligated, but
She loves animals. That's another passion of hers. She
It's great.
loves animals.
hey, look, you don't even have to please animals.
She loves them. Like,
Great. We got to, yeah, that's right.
she
Feed 'em
loves
right.
them. Like her and animals, they just come to her. She loves animals.
What about that? Work at a vet's office. You thought about that?
She's scared of like blood and stuff like that.
You're going to see it. That's right.
Yeah.
Well,
So she's like, I don't want to.
I'll leave it to you. We're having a job and career fair at the beginning of November. Stop by. You have nothing to lose, just time, And we have a bunch of other judges that are going to be there to help other find jobs and other kinds of things. Okay, well, I'll leave it to you. All right. Okay.
For now, you're okay with not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. All right. Good luck, Ms. Collins.
Can we be excused? Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Whenever y'all finish up with it.
So that was the first half of the judge's docket today. I'll play the second half tomorrow. So I work a double today, but I still think tomorrow's stream is going to be way better than today. Sometimes, life happens. Thank you, Fozzie. Oh, take care, Kay. Kay, say thank you to Fozzie. Wait, I'll do it for you. Thank you, Fozzie. Judge Fleischer, I can't because we will run out. We have to when it comes to Saturday and Sunday, we have to ration out Judge Fleischer or we'll run out and then we won't have any. So, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we can do more Judge Fleischer, but we can't on a Saturday or Sunday. I have to make sure you guys have exact amount of Judge Fleischer you need every day. I know you want more because it changed, but it didn't change. We're still gonna see it all. We're still gonna see the same Judge Fleischer that we used to. Remember the old days when it was just us with Judge Fleischer? Remember? That's where we're at right now. Not really. I'm gonna I'm I I uploaded 2 videos yesterday. Long. One was almost 3 hours long and a 2-hour live stream. And you're asking me about a project that I can't do yet until I'm done with the dang Kelly trial. I missed the beginning of Judge Fleischer's docket because I was doing a Kelly video. That's how the project is going. How's the project? I'm excited to start. Every time I do a Kelly video, I think, yep, this is how it's going to go. This is good. Guys, we have a big project coming up right after the Kelly videos are over. And the Kelly videos, we just finished day 10 out of 18, and day 12 only has one video to it. So as soon as the Kelly videos are over, I got a huge project and it's a commitment. It's like 400 over, well over 400 videos long. I mean, it's going to be a commitment. But you can just tune in every once in a while and catch up. It's something that you maybe probably were if you're a court watcher, you're probably interested in. You probably think that, "Oh, yes, you know," but it was so long ago that you don't remember. Don't worry, I'm gonna remind you. I know. Listen, Fozzie every once in a while Fozzie wants to make an admission, but I already know. Every once in a while, Fozzie will leave a comment on one of the Kelly videos, like, "Oh, that was great," or something, whatever. And I know for a fact he didn't watch that video. I don't even know if he watched one of them. Maybe the first one. I don't know. But no, Fozzie hasn't seen any of the Kelly videos. Although I think Maiko has. I think Maiko has. It's okay. There's like 100 people. I know. I always knew. I always knew. I always saw those comments and I giggled. I'm like, nah, you didn't watch that. But I appreciated the comment a lot. Yes, I got a dog. I reordered. That can't be my. I reordered coffee for here because I need something right now, big time, or I'm never gonna make it today. So you're gonna love this next one, Bruce. You're gonna love this next big project, which takes so much. These videos that I'm posting takes so much time and effort with such a small little return. Nobody watches them. Nobody's watching the Kelly trial. There's like 100 people that are like committed to seeing this trial. That's it. And there's no news or subscribers from it. But I think this next one, I think it's, I have one or two or three or four, I don't remember made. Maybe I'll just pop one or two out right now and you guys can see what's about to happen. But not today. I got to work a double today. I got to be at work in 3 hours, 3.5 hours. So, oh, no, you're not. It's boring. It really is. There's gonna be some good parts, but 400 videos of court, no, 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 a lot of that's gonna be boring, except for the hair. You'll see, except for the hair. Thank you guys for coming out. Sorry I was late today. I shall see you in 24 hours, guys. Please behave because whoa, 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 guys, it's a holiday on Monday. Courts are closed on Monday. So if you get arrested this weekend, you're sitting in jail until Tuesday. Do not get arrested this weekend. Wait a couple more days, okay?
Got these life echoes, digital dreams. Through the screen, her blue eyes gleam. Wicked humor, sharp as a knife. Her stream sparks electric light. Late at night when the world sleeps, she's the friend that always keeps. Giggles roll like thunder loud. She stands out in any crowd. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted, sharp. In a way, there's no alarm. Freedom tales late into the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle, she lights the way. Her eyes near a sky so blue. In her jokes, there's a truth so true. With extreme, she brings the light. Turns dark days into bright. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted, sharp. In a way, there's no alarm. Streaming tales late into the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle, she lights the way. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted, sharp. In a way, there's no alarm.